They're back on their feet right now, Johnny. Do they go toe for toe or do they play defense here?
He's up, but for how long? Look at that. On the heels, look at, there's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. He just takes one more clear shot. A clean one. And he's out of there.
And he scores with the counter. It's a good start to the round for this guy.
No doubt at all. You can see who's winning. You can see who's got it in hand. You can see who's comfortable. Or it's a bit of a mousetrap.
When you're fighting a swarmer and you know their goal is to bury their head right in your chest, the uppercut would probably come in handy.
A swarmer, a good swarmer, will get inside you like a bee, just pick up and sting you wherever you leave yourself open. A swarmer is the worst kind of fight to fight.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Final 10 seconds here, unless we get some late drama. I think we all know who won this round. Beaten, bruised. And there's the bell for round 3. Is this the beginning of the end after 2 knockdowns last round?
2 knockdowns, and you're coming back from that? That's near on impossible, because your head must be all over the place. Your legs will feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. A swing and a miss with that jab. There's a counter shot. Nice counter. Having a hard time finding a home with that right uppercut. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
He misses with that straight left. Good counter punching. Nice idea with the jab, but does not land. That punch lands. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker.
There's the bell to start round 4. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
They drop their guard, they get caught. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Beautiful counter punch. We're always looking for that KO, and we could see an upset right here. Didn't wait long to get back and get engaged.
Been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What did they do? What did they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
This has been a very competitive round between these two.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
These two were made for each other. We wanted action, and they are delivering. They're giving us a high-tempo show. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Got the momentum. Things are starting to heat up now as we enter the fifth. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
We're always looking for that KO. And we could see an upset right here. Didn't wait long to get back in and get engaged.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Well, you know with featherweights, the hands are going to be flying. A lot of punch output.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Punch, counter punch. Can't find a home with that jab. That jab misses. He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
Here's the bell to start round 6. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on the end. That's what he's going to try and do. So time.
Can you believe it? He put Chavez down. I think that will look even more dramatic in slow motion.
I need to see that again.
Apparently it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
Got to look at his corner, look for the instructions. They're telling him to calm down, make the most of the count, get up, breathe, and move. Get behind the referee, save yourself a bit of time. You just need to make your way back to the corner, somehow get to the end of the round.
Catch and shoot. There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a cliff. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Pretty good start the first half of this round.
Perfect game plan. The thing is, can anybody figure out what to do to change this? It's a perfect start.
Perfect counter shot. Both men step back for just a moment. That one will count. Total domination with 10 seconds to go. Say no one knows a fighter. There's the bell to start round 7. It's been a nightmare so far. What can they do to turn this around?
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
Beautiful counter shot. Caught him. Julio Cesar Chavez just got rocked. They've avoided catastrophe there.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Two featherweights are going to let their hands go, you know that.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. There's the bell for round 8. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab. Rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skin them, go for speed.
Good counter punch. Throws the jab, but it doesn't score. Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Throws the jab, it doesn't score. That counter punch caught him clean. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. No surprise there.
Ding ding, step in the ring, I swing left, right, man's head get ping. Can't try a ting, no about ping, we bring when right, somebody shot sling. Ding ding, step in the ring, I swing left, right, man's head get ping. Can't try a ting, no about ping, we bring when right, somebody shot sling. Look up, fling, right up, fling. Can't try a ting, send man over the ropes. Man try come for the belt, but I punch to get a saw ended all of your hopes. Now all of your bros, I stood on the sideline, head in the hand shot, joke of the show. Better keep those hands up, swing for their fences. Oh, you're going on Paul if it's sure. How much do you wanna be the champ? How much do you wanna please the fans? How much do you wanna be the king? And how much do you wanna feed your camp? How much do you wanna see people champ? Swing like you got a thing to lose. It's the ESPC, beat them neatly. Titles never ever in dispute. Ding ding, step in the ring, I swing left, right, man's head get ping. Can't try a ting, no about ping. We bring when right, somebody shot sling. Ding ding, step in the ring, I swing left, right, man's head get ping. Can't try a ting, no about ping. We bring when right, somebody shot sling. I came from the 7 Hills, city of steel, home of the village and brilliant mills. Can't take man for a pudding, take man to Ingles. Mama have a kid on his heels. In the ring, it's gritty and real. Brave art man put a kid on his shield. Act daft man put a kid on his. Been back from when I was swinging on field. Left up, give him with a whiplash. Not gonna work with a sit back. Man wanna showboat over the top, send him over the ropes like Prince Lash. Send a man through ropes like Hopkins. Go mad like Mike when he lost it. I'm trying to be the best like money. Most guys don't know about boxing. Ding ding, step in the ring, I swing left, right, man's head get ping. Can't try a ting, no about ping. We bring when right, somebody shot sling. Ding ding, step in the ring, I swing left, right, man's head get ping. Can't try a ting, no about ping. We bring when right, somebody shot sling.
I'm Todd Grisham, and welcome inside the Lighthouse. Up first, it's
This bout is skipped.
What a pleasure to be in this unique. After months of uncertainty, we finally have a fight. Nice uppercut. The most difficult punch to land clean, and he just did it there. That counter punch caught him clean. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. They are not going to let this one go to the judges. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. The audience absolutely right on top of you in this very special environment here.
This is that place you want to say, I fought there, I've been there, and now we are here.
Good counter punch. He threw a punch and just got countered. How about that time counter shot? Beautiful counter punch. Caution is being thrown to the wind. Perfect counter shot. They are giving us a high-tempo show. Those counter punches have to hurt. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Well, we're entering desperate. There's the bell for round 2. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt, you've got to get out there again. Be smart, be sharp. Don't be a fool, don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Nice counter. doesn't quite connect. Typical outside fighter, as you know, focuses on defense, stick and move, stick and move.
If you're an outside fighter, you've got to use that straight jab, the straight right hands, the straight left hands. Doing it that way, it makes it so awkward for anybody to try and pin you down or even predict which way you're moving.
These two are the perfect dance partners.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
All the time. That counter shot lands. We wanted action, and they are delivering. So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. Very competitive round with 10 seconds left. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this.
On to the third. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Well done with that counter shot. Beautiful counter shot. Perfect counter lands. He just misses with that jab. Misses with the straight left. We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
And he scores with the counter. There's a counter shot. They exchange punches. The defense failed them. Didn't wait long to get back in and get engaged.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. That bell could not have completely. And there's the bell to start round 4. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it.
Whoa, Johnny, out of nowhere. Look at this. Do you believe what we are seeing? That was the moment.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
He misses with that straight left. Good counter punching. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. No rest for the weary. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of the punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If he's cheated, now we're going to find out.
We wanted action, and they are giving us action. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. He is down big time on the scores.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what, next round.
Here's the bell to start round 5. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Nice counter shot. Punch, counter punch. That jab misses. Hey, it's the featherweight division. You're going to see a lot of speed in this fight.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
Imagine seeing this punch coming and not being able to do anything about it.
I've got to see that. 1, 2, 3.
Well, they beat the count and are ready to go again.
Well, now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new instructions given to you, and they've got to G you up. They've got to tell you what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right.
Need to pick things up here in the second half of the round.
Not the best start, but you know what? The cornermen, now it's down for them doing their job. Get through the round, regroup, right, freshen up, boom. Different tactics.
Through the straight left, but it won't. Did you see that? What a massive upset this would be. Needs to be done. This is the beginning of round 6. Gotta be feeling confident heading into this round after knocking their opponent down twice.
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
Not so tense anymore. Trying to loosen things up. I like it. May see a stoppage here. And apparently no rest for the weary. Thought about taking a breath, but instead they're in there throwing bombs again.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
And Fist of Fire goes down. A good body shot will paralyze you, and as you can see here, that's exactly what happened.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You still want to fight?
They're back on their feet, but how long will they stay there?
She's up, but for how long? Look at her. On the heel.
Wow, let's take another look at that.
That's lights out right there. Are you okay? You're out of here.
So time to go celebrate after a knockout win here.
Accuracy, power, punch, perfect. That must hurt.